Hey guys, so it is super hot in my room right now and I'm still fighting my cold, so sorry if this video ends up being kind of short, but I'm here to do my May wrap-up. I will be doing my June TBR in a separate video just because there are a lot of good books that I want to talk about in that video, as with this one. So I read 7 books in the month of May, which is pretty good for me considering I was very busy, and I read a lot of good books with the exception of one, but we'll get to that in a few minutes. So yeah, here's what I read. The first book that I read was Michelle Phan's Makeup, Your Life Guide to Beauty Style and Success Online and Off. I give this book 4 out of 5 stars. It kind of reminded me of Brunette Ambition by Leah Michelle, but this one just had a bunch of different tips and stuff on hair and makeup and fashion, and the first 2 chapters were her life story so far, and yeah, I thought it was interesting. I learned a few different things and it was an easy read, so 4 out of 5 stars. Then I finished Prodigy by Marie Lu. I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. It was such a good continuation of the series. It picked up right where Legend left off and the ending left me in tears. Real tears. I was so upset and I just needed to know what happened. I wasn't planning on finishing this series this month, but I ended up finishing it by reading Champion, which I also gave 5 out of 5 stars too. I think Prodigy is my favorite out of the 3, but Champion was phenomenal because the whole time I wasn't sure exactly what was going to happen, and then by the time the ending rolled around, I did not expect what happened. It's probably one of the best endings I've read in a teen YA, teen and YA are the same thing, dystopian series, I guess, or just one of the best endings I've read. It was so good. If you haven't picked up this series, I hate to sound like a broken record like everybody else, but you totally should. Then I read A Work in Progress by Connor Franta. I received this book as an ARC from Simon & Schuster Canada, and thank you again to them. I really enjoyed this book. I enjoy watching Connor's videos. I think he's very funny and a very genuine person. I did have the chance to meet him last June at DigiFest in Toronto, and that was incredible. So to be able to read his book and hear his story from start to finish so far, even though I followed along from some of his videos and I knew a lot of the stuff about his parents and his family, there's still a lot of really good things in this book, and I really want to get the actual copy because then the pictures are in color and there are a lot of pictures throughout. So many of them, or I think all of them, he took himself, or like family pictures, so yeah, 4 out of 5 stars. And then I read Never Never Part 2 by Colleen Hoover and Taryn Fisher. This was also a really good read. I read it in 2 or 3 sittings maybe, but I did start it while I was on break at work, so, which wasn't a good idea on my part because I just wanted to continue straight throughout. I believe it is shorter than the first part. It was only like 100 and something pages, but it was still really good. The beginning was kind of slow just because you're kind of relearning everything, but the ending was so fantastic. I can't wait for the 3rd part, even though I feel like they could have been one combined book. I don't really mind because I'm getting them for a couple dollars as ebooks. Just the anticipation is what sucks. So 4 out of 5 stars. And then the worst book that I read this month was Tricked by Alex Robinson. This is a graphic novel that I got out of my library, so it just looks like that. But it is told from 6 different perspectives, and there's supposed to be this big violent act that brings them together in the end. And it wasn't that big of a deal. I found it kind of stupid and slow, and it just wasn't the best thing I've ever read, and I found it to be kind of a waste of time, and I really wanted to DNF it, but I figured it was a graphic novel and I shouldn't. But yeah, so not much I could say about it. I just don't recommend it at all. I gave it 1 out of 5 stars. And then the last book that I managed to finish in May was Identical by Ellen Hopkins, another one I got out of the library, but I will be buying my own copy. I do want to own all of her books in hardcover one day. Left my bookmark in there. This is another one I was reading at work when I was on my breaks and I just didn't want to put down. So I even finished it when I was at work and I was just so emotional. I couldn't even explain to my coworkers what I was feeling. So it was just so good. I did not expect the ending at all. And if you have not read any of Ellen Hopkins' work, they are darker. A lot of them involve drugs or abuse, sexually and mentally, and just a bunch of other difficult things, but she just does it so well that I just can't even explain. So 5 out of 5 stars to identical. So to get on with my currently reading, I'm currently rereading The Land of Stories, The Wishing Spell by Chris Colfer. I've only read the prologue, so I'm only about 20-30 pages in, but I love it already. I forgot how much I loved it, and after reading Identical, I just felt like I really needed something light and that was easy to read, so of course this called my name. Then for a little sneak peek into my book haul, I'm also currently reading The Remedy by Suzanne Young. This is a prequel companion to the program duology, which I loved, and I have to thank my friend Keisha for making me buy this book. I was doing so well on my book buying ban, and then she reminded me that this book had come out. I forgot, so I had to run to Chapters and pick it up. So I've only just started it, read a couple of pages, but I've missed this world as well, and I have 2 days off this week, so I'm probably just going to sit and marathon read it and not have to worry about having to put it down to go to work for 8 hours. So that is it for my wrap up. Am I currently reading? My TBR will be up soon, as well as the little book haul. I've been sent a book and I bought a few as well as Remedy, so that should be up tomorrow, and my TBR within another day or two. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you read this month down in the comments, or if you've read any of the books that I read, let's talk about them. And yeah, hope you guys are doing well and have a great day. Bye!